What's up, YouTube? It is about 7:30 in the morning. It's -1 degree, feels like -15. We got 10 bales of hay to load today. Man, it really is cold out here. But I'm gonna plug the tractor in because even at like 18 degrees, I've had issues where the tractor didn't want to run because it would gel, and that's even with like diesel treatment and all kind of stuff in it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this extension cord to plug the tractor in, because people will be here in, I don't know, an hour and a half or so. So anything helps. Plug this in. I just did a fuel filter on it like 2 days ago, so I'm hoping it doesn't gel up. It doesn't even have 500 hours on it, so really shouldn't have had to have a fuel filter, but whatever. Not even gonna measure it out, just gonna put a splash of this in there. Oh, shame on me. I left the skid and the chainsaws out because I was cutting some wood out of that stuff yesterday. Oh, it's so cold. My gloves are getting like really thick. Still ain't got no wind. Oh my goodness, it's so cold, my face hurts. I say we try and start the old Dodge. Like, I did a short the other day. I'm trying to start it at like 12 degrees or 15 degrees or 9, I don't remember what it was. Oh, it's so cold out here. Anyways, yeah, I want to see if it'll start. I don't know if she will. Oh, click the key on if I can find it. I can't hardly bend these gloves, they're getting really hard. She's not plugged in. Truck says -3. I'll let it run the heat cycle and we'll give it a shot. You ready? It said no. I'll try one more time and then I'm gonna. Yeah, she just quit on me. Wow. I guess cold is cold. Really hope the tractor's gonna start because I got people coming to, why do you keep dinging? I got people coming to buy hay a couple hours. This might be an adventure. Oh, it's cold. All right, let's see if we can get this tractor to start. Idling in the cold weather, I never had an issue with, but let's see. 10 seconds. Yeah, she's cold. It may not crank over, we'll see. Come on, tractor. That was awful. Probably just a hydraulic pump. We'll let it idle for a little while. There ain't no way to heat up the hydraulic other than light a fire under it. We're not doing that. It's not Russia. I bet it's warm in the middle of that pile. Oh, she slowed down a little bit. Oh, it's terrible. I hope she's gonna do it. Let it run and warm up. Oh, there's the cold start. What a glorious mess I've got with I got a little project going on in the shop, but it's for work. Oh, it's so cold in here. I got that, it says it's on like 28 degrees and it's still running. Usually it's gotta be over like 65, even when it's cold outside. Weird. I'm gonna let that poor tractor sit down here and run for a little while. I'm gonna go to the house and warm up. Wait for these people to hopefully show up or not, or whatever happens. I've been sick since like December 20th or something like that. I don't know. We had a funeral and everybody got sick, and we still haven't even done some of our little Christmas gatherings and stuff. Had to miss my mama's 100th birthday, which was terrible. I've been sick 3 times since then. It's not been fun, but whatever. All right, well, it's 10 after 9. The tractor is warming up. Hopefully it's gonna run. Like I don't have a lot of trouble getting it to idle in this weather, but a lot of times I'll get, you know, from like here to the house, and then it'll start to go burr, 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 you know. So we'll see. I'm leaving it plugged in so that it can heat it heats like the fuel rail and stuff like that. You can feel the heat off of it when it's plugged in. So I'll just leave it like that and let it run for a while, and hopefully, I haven't even heard from the people who are coming for hay. They did say something about they would be here if their truck would start. So we'll see. We don't stay that prepared for this stuff around here because you know, it only happens for a week out of the year. I do need to plug my old Dodge in because I need to go give a bid this. It's so cold. I need to go give a bid today and get a little gasoline. Gotta have some gasoline, you know, back here where you can catch it on fire. But I need to plug it in because I got a bid I gotta go give, maybe, or at least look at it and see if it's a job I want to do. It's some land leveling, so we'll see. This extension cord should be really fun to unravel because it's 100 foot of frozen nightmare. Oh, man, it is winter time. Hopefully that'll work. My gloves are like hard. Well, it's snowing and it's really cold. And the people showed up for hay. They wanted 10 bales. I was able to load them with 6. And then the tractor died out in the middle of the field after it had been sitting in the shop and idling for, I don't know, like 2 hours. Either way, we got some, so that works. But since it's snowing, now I need to put my chainsaws up, and I'm gonna see if the old Kidder Cat will start. Hopefully it will. It's just sitting right down there. But I wanna get it and put it under the shop. Not leave my saws out, which are frozen to the ground. But I've been talking to my John Deere rep, and he says that there's a filter under the tank where the line goes. He said he removed his. He said they get clogged easily, and that's probably why my tractor doesn't function in cold weather and hasn't since new. So I'm going to, not today because it's cold and awful and the tractor's sitting in the field, but we'll probably move this to another day and try and figure out what it's going to take to fix that so the tractor won't be doing that anymore. That is terrible. And my fingers, I was wearing the wrong gloves. Like, these are much better gloves. The gloves I was wearing, like rubber ones, my hands just froze. I really thought I was going to have frostbite. Probably the closest in my life I've been to possible frostbite. They were really dark colored and they felt like they were going to explode. But who cares, right? Because I still got them. Anyways, see if this will start. The old Kidder Cat, she's usually pretty good. We'll see. I don't think I've ever started when it's this cold. I have used it in the snow, but not like below 0. So, oh, what's she gonna do? Oh, she's not happy. Oh, but she's an old Kidder Cat. No smokies. Fired right up. Guess I'm gonna chill out in here for a little while, which won't be hard to chill because it's really cold. Got the seat heater going. I'm gonna put this up and then we'll do a video. The rest of the video will be us figuring out that filter on the old Deere. I should probably be waiting for things to warm up, but I'm kind of not. But I noticed that, you know, like the electronic valves, like if I push down, even after I let off, let's see if I can get it in, like, it keeps going for a little bit and it takes it a while to do it. Like, this thing is cold. Poor tractor just didn't make it. There I am. Well, it's been a couple of weeks since we had the snow and stuff. As you can see, it's been really nice actually out here. But the tractor ended up dying on me whenever I went out to load hay. I was out there and I got 6 bales into 10 bales that they came for, and it just quit me out in the field. So I've got a new fuel filter, which I didn't need, but I replaced it. It's never had any water in the bowl whatsoever. It's always been clean. But I've been told that there is a screen coming right out of the tank, like an inline filter, but not an inline filter. But it is an inline filter. Anyways, so it's not what you're used to seeing where you cut it and you splice it together with the filter, but apparently there's a screen in the outlet of the tank that comes, inside the line. So we're going to try and find that and get rid of it, because I feel like what's going on here is that even though I put anti-gel in the fuel, and you see any of the videos about anti-gel, you see it keeps it thinner. It keeps it from basically like freezing up, not necessarily hard, but it's still going to get that slushiness to it. So if I've got a screen right there and I'm working the tractor and it's pulling the fuel through it, then it's eventually running out down here in the filter and then has nothing to pump up and the engine dies. So what we're going to do today, and I don't recommend this for anybody, but this is what I'm going to do, and should you feel like doing it, that's up to you. I'm going to pull the line here off of the filter because there's no shut off. So I'm going to drain the fuel into a couple of clean jugs, and then I'm going to disconnect the line, which is up under here, and I'm going to find that filter. And what I'm going to do is apparently cut it out. I've been told by others that you can do that and it really helps the situation. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to get in there, we're going to find that screen, we're going to remove it. Now I may at some time put an inline filter in it just to keep stuff from ending up in my water separator filter, but at the same time, I've got a filter right there that can catch a lot of stuff. But if it's big debris, like bugs or things like that, I've seen them get caught where they're coming into the housing. Not there, but here. Obviously, this right here is a sensor. But anyways, that's what I'm gonna try and do. Also, a little note: there is on the back of the tractor, there's a little valve so that you can drain. You say you got excess water in your tank or anything of that nature, which is really smart. It's down there in the low spot as the tank comes across and down, so it'd catch all your sediment and water and all that kind of stuff, but your fuel also comes out of that same spot. But anyways, the valve on mine does not work. I've never had to use it before. I tried putting 120 PSI trying to blow into it. I've tried all kinds of different stuff, and it just didn't work. Not one drop would even come out of it. It didn't even get greasy or anything of that nature. So it's obviously clogged up with something, or when they put it in, there's some glue or something in the hole. Because if it was sediment or debris, that much pressure with the valve open should have blown through it, and it should have worked and done what it was supposed to do. My only other thought is that maybe there was ice because it was so cold, it was negative temperatures. So I may try it again, but even at that, I feel like unless there was a lot of water in there, which I've never had a single drop in my water separator, which is crazy. But yeah, it didn't work at all. So, I don't know. I don't feel like there was ice in it, but I may try it again later. But for now, what we're gonna do is fix this. What I'm gonna do is put some vice grips on the fuel line since there's no shut off, so that I can hold it off for just a little bit. I'm gonna do it gently, so it's probably still gonna leak. I don't wanna damage the line or cause the inside to start coming apart, because that's a whole nother can of worms that nobody wants. But this is what I'm going to do. All right, my vice grips are on. I'm gonna loosen this line, or this clamp on the line. Wow, it's already loose. I wonder how long it's been like that. Oh yeah, it's loose. Oh, my hopes are that I've got less than half a tank of fuel in it, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to just drain some of this out into a tank, or 2 tanks. Holds about 18 gallons, so less than half 2 5-gallon jugs should catch what's going to come out. Should. So there was a little clamp, not clamp, but a zip tie right here. I pulled it off and I was able to work this out this way so that I can get some more out of it. Boy, that is putting cracks in the line. I don't like that. But now the hope is I can put this in here, release that, and we got diesel flowing. These clamps will also help me whenever I go to switch. I'll be able to put the clamp on there and stop it and then go to the next tank. Wow, this is slow going, but I did open the cap on the fuel tank, so it's coming out pretty good because it's like 40 and it's been in the 70s all week. It's just a trick for where we live, you know. It's February. It felt like spring. I got a sunburn one day. It's been fantastic. I'm not complaining one bit, but now they're talking about possible snow tonight and tomorrow. I don't know. It's in the high 30s, low 40s right now. But I wanted to get this set up so that if people get a hold of me, you know, and they need hay, I'm able to load them. But I want to be able to be available, you know, whenever someone needs me to load them, or just be able to have my tractor whenever I need it, even when it's cold. And this has been an issue for me for the last 7 years of owning it. So, yeah, it's time to have this fixed. That's that and the starter issue that I had. If you guys haven't seen that, you can go back and check that video out. But those have been my only aggravations. Other than that, I've really loved this tractor. I'm impressed at what the 5065E can do on 18 gallons of fuel. It's pretty amazing. I kind of would like to have a cab, but you know, it's a good tractor. All right, well, that seems to be it. I'm gonna go ahead and work this back up through there and hook it back up because now I don't need it, and I'll already have that done and not forget about it later on. All right, I've cleaned some of the dirt off my pan so I can climb under here. Not excited about where we're going right now because, one, I can't turn this wheel out of the way. It would be nice. We're gonna go straight back right in front of the axle. You'll see the tank, and hopefully you can see where the line runs in, and there'll be a little metal nozzle coming out of it where it's connected. From what I hear, that's where I'm gonna find this hidden filter. So let's climb in here together and see what we can find. Gonna go ahead and slide a pan under there because, as you fellas know, just when you think it's empty, there's always them last couple of drops. Always. All right, I'm gonna try this again. I did it without the mic on, so there was no sound. Anyways, so here's the line coming off of it, and I pulled it out and there's no screen. So what I'm thinking it has to be in, I'm gonna have to pull that out of the tank, and the screen must be in that block or something. And they put the screw on the top of the deal. So hopefully I can get my hand in there. hopefully. And yeah, should be able to get that out, and we'll see if there's a screen inside of this little bracket. Because what I was told is that the screen is in line, and there's nothing inside of this line, so it's got to be in this, probably in the back side of that little housing there. Oh, gotta find a screwdriver. All I got's this little jinky pocket one. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be really tough. Oh, I wonder if I can reach that from the top. We'll see. Looks as though I can. Perfect. Boy, I could use an adult screwdriver too. Oh, it's tight. Okay. And also I'd say this pan up here could be removed fairly easy if someone really wanted to go that route instead. But this is what I've done. Well, it turns out you don't just pull this out, you can unscrew it. I got down there and I just decided to twist it a little bit before I went pulling on it, and it just unscrews. There's my filter. That filter sits in the tank like this. And so this little teeny tiny filter right here is so fine. Obviously it gets some junk in it, you know. So that's, I don't know. I may just clean this filter and realize that I'm just going to have to deal with this for right now, because I don't want that stuff right there ending up in my in my other filter. Huh. There's little metal shavings and all kind of stuff. It must be from when they put it together, because that's like little plastic windings and stuff from drilling holes out, things of that nature. So yeah, I don't want to deal with that running through my line or clogging anything up. So for now, I guess I'm going to deal with this, clean it out, and then find an inline filter before I go about it. But that is the filter that causes fuel to not flow whenever it's really cold, even though you have anti-gel in it. So yeah, there we go. With given what I found, someone's shooting guns. Anyways, America. Given with what I found inside of the tank, I'm going to go ahead and leave this filter for now. I know that this really fine filter material is not going to allow fuel to go through it in, below freezing and sub-zero temperatures. So we don't have a lot of that, but I did take it and blow it out just a little bit. It's not really dirty, but it did have stuff, which I believe is probably from factory. More gunshots. America. Anyways, I'm going to just take this and go ahead and put it back in for now. Just screw it back in. I put a light layer of Teflon on it, but this looks like it's metal, but it's actually plastic. So I can't put a lot of torque on it. I'm not going to put a bunch of wraps on there or whatever. Just like 1.5 so that it will get in there and seal. 1.5, 2, almost 2. Yeah, I'm going to stick it back in there, and whenever I have a filter that I can visually see the junk that comes out of the tank, I'll go that route. But for now, this is going back in there. Anyway, so it's not going to fix my issue, but this is the issue that a lot of people deal with, and I've talked to folks that this has absolutely fixed it. So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's the end of the video. We did get Barney rolling, so if you didn't see that video, go back and check it out. Got a lot to do on that. Got to get the brakes adjusted. Got to figure out if I have one of the lines backwards on the back. Plenty of stuff to do inside this truck, but she's running and driving, and that's awesome. So guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and God bless. Check you later. Ugly wheels still holding wind. Woo!